The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles offense will get the first possession of the game. The flash, the style, the swagger, these two really define an era of great college football, and it's always fun to see them square off.
So well put, Reese. I mean, 2 flashy programs, and when they're rocking, they're rocking. The state of Florida's rocking. Everybody's wanting to go to Miami and Florida State. This is a big one, Palmer.
Yeah, and David, you and I can appreciate this because we were playing back in the day when these 2 programs really had it rolling, when they had so much NFL talent and speed on the field, it seemed like each and every year. And this was a game that always seemed to determine the national championship picture at the end of the year.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Using the quick game. We are accustomed to seeing close, hard-fought games in this series, but last time they met, it was only the Seminoles doing the punching as they knocked out Miami.
Man, and they were throwing haymakers, they were throwing combinations, and Miami had no answer for it. Right from the opening bell, David, Florida State jumped all over.
And you got to brag about it for a year, and it is so sweet. In-state, the state of Florida, both so talented, 5 stars everywhere in that state, all of them looking at this game. Can they do it again?
They'll ride the hot hand. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. On the run, fires downfield. Got his man. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Throws a nice completion there for a 1st down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Noles. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I'm taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these 2 dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
When you think of the significance of these 2 programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these 2 teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? They go to the counter. The Seminoles get the first down.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Michigan has the lead right now, but unless Desmond Howard or Anthony Carter come running out of that tunnel, I'm not ready to say this one's over. They're up by a field goal over Iowa. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Offense getting set for first down. They'll give it to the back. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll do it himself. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Flips it out in the flat. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Jumped on top of the pile.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Hurricanes will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Slips through the line. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Florida State. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You could play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. The kickoff team is out there, and their #1 job is to make sure one special teams touchdown isn't answered with another one. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Fires and picked off.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run the option. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And the Seminoles in the hurry-up. They'll go with the running game on 4th down here. Touchdown Seminoles! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Wants to throw on first down. He's right on target. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, get a little juju going.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
On the double. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down.
29 Philly. 2 alert.
He's looking to throw. Scrambling away. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. And they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw on second down. Fires to the end zone. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And here comes the field goal unit. And it's no good. Penalty marker on the field, and the kicker's going to get another go at it, this time a little closer. Might be the worst case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll throw it from the red zone. Quarterback adapting. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He'll throw it. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Miami!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversation.
Fires one high and deep. Snags it down the right side. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Knowles. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give to the tailback. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They'll immediately call timeout. Now on first down from the 30.
Get set.
He wants to throw. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game. And it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Noles will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
He'll keep it himself. They stripped it out. How in the world did the offense retain possession? And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside kid. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And the big fella really had nowhere to go. You're trying to catch people off guard by throwing it to him. He was a little bit open, but, man, that closed fast, and he had nowhere to go. No gain on the play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to get to it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Canes line up to punt it away. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. Bringing it back, it's Acho. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. Looking for a huge play. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They're trying to get to him, and he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State. And the route is on. Guys, so far this hasn't been wide right or wide left. The Seminoles have been on point as they build this lead.
And the Seminole dynasties were always built on elite playmaking offense, teams that could score points. This is a rivalry game with Miami, Palmer, but they're putting up points when it matters.
Yeah, they're not going to let this one come down to the kicker for another wide right. They're just going to handle the business here on the field, offensively and defensively. They have smothered Miami all game long.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Getting some heat. He's going to run it. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A 1st down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down. The Noles want to move quickly. Right back to the well. He is smashing people. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep...
And it's his 4th interception of the game.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This is an offense that leads the nation in first downs because there's so many different ways they can attack you. They're versatile. They could throw it. They could run it. They've got so much balance, and that's what makes them so hard to stop.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Makes his connection. Quick step and go. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Touchdown Seminoles! And the beatdown has ensued. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
Well, and it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like